Welcome on back and gather around everyone in Total War Warhammer 3 in part 3 of our Louen of Old World campaign. In today's episode, the Norskins have arrived on our shores. Hindai is ringing the bells of alarm, but we don't really have anyone that can get over there and assist in time. Kevin is just barely unable to actually reach Sigden. So what we'll do is we'll just camp out here and possibly grab... Wardens are too expensive. Maybe just snag another set of bowmen then. Pox archers, it is. Snag some pox archers. We also have a rebellion that's kicked on up over here in Grungzint, and Jacques is going to just wipe them out with a real quick auto-resolve. Bada bing. We lose some warriors, but that's just fine. We will execute those captives, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop grabbing these units, that way we don't go too far up in our peasants' economy. Another feather Votork, huh?
I will indulge you.
I will indulge you. Go ahead and give you inspiring presence, since you are currently just in charge of defending the Grungzint Mountains. And funnily enough, even after that, you did not crack down hard enough. So we might actually have to venerate the lady for a couple turns here. Just to try to get that back in order. Actually, you know what? No, we'll leave this province as just one that we'll just continuously be sacking. So let's go ahead and grab the Realm of Chivalry still. That way we get that 10% more research rate, or 10 additional points, and then some chivalry gain. So one more turn before the Decrees of Bretonnia are done. And then Morgur's moving in. We didn't have quite enough movement to get to him, so what we are doing is just camping out here. And then if we need to, we can grab some more units. I think we're good for now. Lengi has some halberdiers. Those will be good to snag. Let's wait till they have some proper knights that we can just bring in through just having allegiance points. Hindai is about to be assaulted, so let's see if we can hold the line.
Of the realm. Going forth, my strength and wisdom.
Jacques is going to crusade stance, and we shall pass the turn. Alright, so the Svengarlings do decide to move in on Hindai province, which does make sense. We don't really have anything that is capable of defending the line here. 20 attack, 35 defense. Every single one of our warriors is not meant for doing anything other than holding the line. So what we will do is we'll just give this one to the auto-resolve, and we'll be back to avenge them in time. There was no chance of doing much there at all. Alright, Hindai falls. Disaster. That's okay. By the king's word and the eternal grace of the lady, is Bretonnia governed for the good of its people. Extra chivalry, more melee attack for lords and embedded heroes, as well as more charge points too. Alencon, people are disappearing because of the Skaven. Fair enough, and did they turn around and just blow up Barfleur?
You seek counsel?
We have to find Morgur.
I will see it done.
He's decided that Louen is dangerous and he doesn't really want to fight him, which... fair. But that's going to be kind of annoying. Okay, sure. Hunting down Morgur now is going to be very difficult. What several have discovered about facing the Beastmen. Trade this to a village. But I don't think we need to. Nope, all of our gold needs to stay here in Couronne. So Kevin... we'll go ahead and pull in the Wardens of Montfort with you lot. Counts as a peasant for sure. We lose 2 peasant economy slots. We'll see where Sigden decides to go next.
No.
Facing Kevin directly, he will lose.
I will indulge you.
But they still may choose to try. Winter Woes decree. Every victory against Norska grants us more chivalry. And we get an immunity to snow attrition. Sure. Winter Woes decree it is.
My reputation precedes me.
Indeed, we'll go ahead and hold the line. Oh yeah, let's grab some halberdiers through Elengi. 1 negative in terms of peasants should be no problem. Yeah, but halberdiers will be amazing.
Sigmar's
Scheim and the New World colonies are going to get wiped out pretty quickly.
Neighbor.
And actually, Marienburg and Bretonnia do tend to butt heads quite often. We'll see if they stay our friends.
Tribal fury.
The other Sigmarites that are in our territory, however, are going to be purged post-haste. After we deal with the forces of evil, of course. Morgur was trying to ambush. Now he's in ruination stance. Less post-battle loot, but more missile resistance when laying siege and more siege towers. Oh, you poor fool. Guess what? There is no use for that here. The king decrees that Bretonnians must double their efforts to defend the kingdom against the barbaric forces of the north. 4 additional chivalry for every victory against Norska, but the Norskins now are going to despise us. We're immune to snow attrition, and we will have more leadership when facing the Norskins.
The ladies chosen.
Florence, time for you to finish your secondary vow here. I'm thinking against Morgur. Do you have any flyers? They tend to sometimes
King
have
Louen.
harpies.
I am the blood of Gilles.
We will instead go ahead and just snag a final point into Uranus Thunderbolt for plenty of lightning goodness. Well, the AI has been very, very good at dodging our lightning, so we'll see if it works.
Your plan is
On
a
to
good
Crusade. Don't have enough Valor to grab any more decrees, so let's just go ahead and keep working on our technology. No. Let's come on in and actually start grabbing some of these. Let's go for the Heraldry of the Marshes of Couronne. So let's take 10 turns, gives us 100 chivalry, and then the opportunity to confederate with the Marshes of Couronne there to our northeast.
By the light of the lady.
Destroy.
Cleanse our land.
Cleanse our lands. They have a bunch of hounds, which in SFO are pretty 47 charge bonus. That is horrendous. But they'll be charging into none other than our knights, so let's see how well that goes for them. We'll give them a bit more weapon strength here, up to 55, and 10 bonus V infantry, which all of these hounds count as. How exciting. Alright, Bretonnians, we face a god of corruption this day. Morgur himself. Which is kind of like the Eldrazi from Magic the Gathering, where he's basically just the tip, the formation of, the very beginning formation of some kind of Eldritch deity, an additional Chaos God, if you will. So no one's quite sure what Morgur is, but he is a nightmare, and you can't kill him for very long, no matter what you do to him. The Wood Elves have killed him so many times, and so have the Bretonnians. It doesn't matter, he comes back. So what we will do here, because they have a ton of Hound Dogs, is we will go and set up our checkerboard here with 2 lads in the front line. We serve our liege. Control down a couple more times to get all of the bowmen in better positions here. We will want them spread out enough where if the hounds make it around, they can actually help one another. And the hounds will absolutely make it around. Alright, so spears not all the way up front. Alright, this is one where we will want to take the fight to them pretty aggressively. We're going to use this bluff over here as cover, like we tend to do on this map. Tuck them in just a little bit here. There we go. Bring these spears a bit more forward. All of the knights are going to be on anti-hound duty for the start of this battle. Prophetess, I'm going to hide you in the middle of these spearmen. Pegasus Knights! Spearmen at arms! We'll have the anti-large lads behind here, get you all into lance formation. Oh, it looks beautiful. Guess we could lance formation, right? The ultimate wedge going.
Ready for battle.
Ready for battle. Then you two can also get into lance formation, but we'll keep you a little bit closer to our lines for anti-hound dog nonsense.
What do you bid?
I bid death.
King Louen of Bretonnia.
I bid death to these dogs. Let's do this. So, Louen, you and the Pegasus Knights are going to drop on these Centigores to start. Wipe out. units of Warhounds. They look pretty concerned, don't they? Perfect. We're just going to completely ignore... Morgar is not a spellcaster, so we'll ignore him to start here. They smash in. Those Centaurs should go down rather quickly. Hound Dogs are trying to figure out what they want to do. But here comes the charge of Bretonnia. That ward save really working for us here. Holy Knights slam in. Alright, let's go ahead and use this first line of Bretonnia here to make sure our lads aren't taking too much damage in turn. I'm going to go ahead and throw down the Curse of the Midnight Wind on them as they come through. Yeah, that's a slaughter. Let's go ahead and get the Pegasus Knights, though, back up in the air. They've taken enough damage. You've been slowed. Lightning Bolt here just to kind of keep their units off guard. Full victory! Lightning hits no one. Power these lads here, take them down. The true hearts shall prevail. Back over here to assist. Knights. Lewin's not having a good time either. Alright, Lewin, pull away. Pegasus Knights drop on those Centaur. You guys come through and hit these on Gore Raider. Fighting some nasty forces. Pull them away. Get stomped on. Pull the damsel away from that nonsense as well. Drop the lightning in their wake. Come on, Zin lads. Break them. Alright, Pegasus Knights, get out of there. Trying to obliterate this group. Lightning rips through here.
Stick 'em good.
Stick 'em good.
With haste. Bows, aye.
These bowmen are getting obliterated. Go ahead and power these spearmen. Thank goodness the Knights made it back, because they're punchy units. We're doing a good bit of punching. Knights of Bretonnia. Fire on the Chaos Spawn, bring them down.
For the lady. On to glory.
You lads use the charge here to pull away. Remember your vows.
Fighters. Immediately. Glory calls.
Over here to save the day. If you flee, though, we lose your ward save, so be brave. You are fighting a minor god of corruption, so the fear is understandable. Let's bring the Knights Errant away. You guys need to come on in and hit these Ungor Spear Herd. Slam into the Chaos Spawn. Oh, whoops. They're over here fighting Morgar. No. Let's not do that. Our peasants are fleeing. Let's go ahead and bring them in to deal with these Chaos Spawn. Actually, Morgar is running. We did it.
King of Bretonnia.
Well done, Bretonnians. We lost a good 400 in the fight, but when facing a minor god of corruption that even Orion is fairly concerned with, never a good time. Gotta deal with the rest of these Chaos Spawn, and I'll catch you all back on the campaign map. And that should be the end for the Shadowgate. Well, normally in lore, he's very hard to deal with. He doesn't have a Herdstone, so that should be the end for old Morgar. We will execute them, of course. What else? Oh, he's not gone. We gotta hunt down this Sidhu the Brute Beast. Skull Slasher. Faced with an opponent of the right caliber, even the Shadowgate can be bested. This drops enemy growth, but gives Lewin some more missile resistance. And Florence has completed her vow. We've won 10 battles with a single hero, giving us more chivalry, armor of fortune, and some treasury. Nice. So let's quickly come on in and grab her next vow. Wear the troth of virtue. With absolute commitment to the righteous merits, I conduct my affairs of straightforward goodness, ever striving to free myself from moral captivity, with liberty from the shackles of worldly attachment, and only utmost dedication to my duty, to the lady. We've got Pledge to Untate. Defeat a legendary lord of warriors of chaos, demons, Skaven, vampire host, or counts. Kill 5 enemy lords in battle, or raise 5 settlements. Skaven counts or coast, but it has to be a legendary. If we move down to the west into Estalia, there will be Skaven, so let's go ahead and pledge to Valor. We'll find 5 lords before we find... Oh, unfortunate. Before we find 1 legendary.
Cleanse our land.
Cleanse our land. We lose some lads. Well, you know what? They're peasants, so it's fine. Rest in peace, peasant spearmen. Blades, the Warherd of the Shadowgave is no more, and we've got the Holy Wardens of La Maisontal. Former Grave Wardens of the Abbey who fight alongside Grail Knights, yearning to accrue relics, and slip. Oh, that's horrifying. So they fight alongside Grail Knights so that when they fall, they quickly run in and like cut off like a finger or something and make it a relic. Yikes. That's 10 battles won though, so we got the Errantry of Louen. Oh, sorry, that's rank 10 with Louen Leoncoeur. He gets the Finzer's Blades and his Errantry. Faction-wide, we have more resistance and melee defense for lords and heroes as long as they're facing battle proudly. It just allows you to keep those going. Armor of the Midsummer Sun has a cool name, but just as normal armor. So there's no longer attrition being had here. That's great. We'll just march towards Artois. And then, or Barfleur, and then we'll go ahead and take Barfleur here.
Warrior of Sigma.
Yeah, Claude, you're probably not long for this world, sir. We've got the Font of Honor. Extra move range for all armies in this province, more ring for knights, and then less upkeep for them.
My strength and wisdom are yours.
Let's go 10th tier for Kevin as well. Oh, he went and took out Ganay. Oh, he's got a secondary force coming in. Oh, you rascal.
Lord and hero.
So when Welch Graven arrives, I don't mind then coming after...
Lord of Bretonnia.
He can reach Alencon, and so can Sigden in March. That'd be a tough fight, won't it?
Blessings of the Lady be upon you.
Blessings of the Lady be upon you. Knights are just a little bit too expensive. Well, horrifying as it might be, let's go ahead and grab a unit of yeoman archers here at Alencon, and we'll hold the line.
No.
He can only make it to Alencon in March. I don't think he'll be able to. We'll find out, won't we?
Blessings of the Lady be upon you.
Blessings of the Lady be upon you. 3 negative. And Grungzen's doing fine for herself. And we've lost Hindai, so we are no longer in control of the provincial commandments. No trade or anything to be done. Nope. We should get over there and take down the Svengarlings. Their blitz by going across the sea and completely ignoring people of Lungi didn't work out for him, didn't it? Take out my weaker settlements. Alright, we return Armor of Brilliance. Ensure that the following building has been constructed. A piece of armor bearing the heraldry of a legendary warrior has been discovered during a holy quest. It is brought before King Louen. Agalolf was once a great Grail Knight who had slain thousands of the world's foulest monsters by his sword, blinding his foes in combat with his armor's wondrous sheen. No one knows what became of him after his last quest, but years of the equipment's disuse are evident in its dullness. The magical link between the armor's sheen and durability wanes, leaving it brittle. The only way to restore it is to employ a master craftsman to melt it down and reforge it back to its prior brilliance. Once done, we'll have more armor, ward save, and some weapon strength. So it looks like Sigden is shielding in Hindai now. Unfortunate. We can't quite afford any knights. It looks like G0 is doing pretty well for themselves over here, though. Good to see. So we could move in and claim Barfleur for ourselves, or we could go threaten some of Sigden's territory, which is what I think we are going to do. So we are down some units. I don't really think that matters, though. Well, yeah, we won't worry about expanding without the ability to defend it. We'll just move up to try to take down some more of their territories. How far can you move there, Welch? All the way out here. There's no way you can make it around. Yeah, no. So let's stay in March.
The king stands with you.
And we'll move as far along towards the Asylum we can.
To your orders.
Make the Svengarlings think twice. Adelhard's about to destroy Solil. We can take Diason and then see what they're up to over here in Ellington.
Armored in faith.
Hold the line, Kevin.
Honor before glory.
Honor before glory. Keep our economy in check, too. There's no reason to drop our peasants' economy down. And next, I think we'll either grab the Grail Shrine or the Carpenter's Workshop, that we can get either some trebuchets or start working on more prophetesses and eventually the Grail Guardians. And we ignore all the upgrades for the time being. In fact, I might end up giving Artois over to someone else. It's not making us very much gold.
Friends. Let's hope we can come to an accommodation.
Military Alliance, we'll give you Artois, you give me 3k.
If needs must.
If needs must. Needs do must. Strategic threat. Calm down. If we were a threat, you would know. Oh, I already have the walls. Foolish wizard. We do need the armory for Louen. Can't really start building that, though, until tier 4, so let's instead grab a Grail Shrine. And upgrade our apothecary here in Castle Couronne. It'll leave all of our other settlements to their own devices for now. New Whale colonies. Actually, did we just hurt our own economy by giving that settlement over? I bet we did next turn. That'd be okay. If I need to quickly remove one of these bowmen from Lewin's army, I will do so. Let's do it next turn. We won't react until we need to. Alright, Alencon has now been besieged by simply Sigden. Peasant economy, green peasant land. Your wars rage long and intensely, and there is much need of soldiery on the front line. Yet your levy upon the peasant population has begun to create problems. Fields with fewer people to work them grow barren. Not only that, but many of these men claimed by war will never return to their homes. If you carry on drafting too many peasants, it cannot be guaranteed that the wheels of economy will continue to turn. Okay, so it dropped our economy by a smidge. It wasn't that big a deal, but control is not doing well, so we need to quickly get rid of Sigden and reclaim some territory. A decisive defeat, huh? What makes it that bad? I mean, these guys they've got some pretty dangerous stats. 30% missile resist is pretty nasty. Alright, so Operation take down this chieftain quickly. And then, hope we have enough arrows to finish them off as a go. Decisive defeat. We'll see. Kevin? To the fray. Alright, an elite squad of Norskins versus Kevin and his peasants. Yeah, we're gonna have to use some of these houses as a breakup for their units here, so Peasant Mob is only here to be a speed bump, fortunately for them. So let's go Archers, Peasant Mob. We'll start with Pox Archers. Pox Archers, Peasant Mob. Like this. Peasant Mob up front. Archers all in a little bit more group formation. Peasant Mob on this angle and here as well. There's a lot of Norskins, but as soon as they get into melee, they lose their ability to kind of stave off our fighters, stave off our arrows. So hopefully we can play that to our advantage. No, as a matter of fact, we're probably going to want to actually form up the kind of the deep checkerboard. Yes, yes, we'll go Spearmen at Arms with shields. They're not gonna hang in there forever, but hopefully long enough that our knights can do some work. We absolutely outrange their skirmish calves, so let's go ahead and take the opportunity to harm them greatly. Here, halberdiers, we're gonna bring you in as the battle gets going. Got one more Pox Archer. That works. Let's put you right here.
Peasant bowman! Yes!
Yes, me lord.
Peasant bowman!
Yeah, I'm not the most excited about this battle, but sometimes, yeah, you get what you get. Let's control I to grab all of our infantry. All of our missiles outside of you two. Perfect. Let's do this.
Ready for battle!
All back behind these houses, lads, quickly. Get out of there. And they close the gap quickly. Oh, there's no way. And dodge all that nonsense. There's no way a single lad gets hit there.
At once! I am with you!
Alright, start firing back. Keep drawing them back towards our line. Our archers will tear these guys to shreds. Alright, we'll get in behind them.
Take them down!
Got no choice. They will turn and throw some axes, but if we can scare these guys off quickly, that's going to be so very good for us here.
Horses ready!
Okay, you cross.
Horsemen! Get them moving! We serve!
Beautiful. Alright, so that group's gone. We've got a couple more skirmishers coming in on this side. Let's go ahead and quickly
Man-at-arms!
rotate the line.
What orders? Serve and obey!
We serve the
Paladin, get over here quick. The damage you take from skirmish cavalry is always pretty spooky.
man-at-arms!
Let's fall back. Archers just kind of get into different positions. Alright, we got him caught. We can also use the heals. I just would prefer not to have to use the healing potion while fighting skirmish cavalry.
Mounts ready!
Mounts ready.
Orders, my lord! To war!
Come on then, boys. You got this. Use the healing potion on this guy, that way he can heal up and be ready for the next fight. Here come the enemy skirmishers into archer range. Alright, those guys are gone. Bring our skirmishers over. These poor fools, I mean, they do have a bit of missile resist, but that's not enough. There's two of those units firing on the same. Make sure you wipe them out completely. We want them broken, never to return. Alright, fall back to one of those flanks here. The normal archer should be able to scare those guys off, no trouble. We see you hiding in the center of your line. Archers, you should all be in guard mode. I'm not sure what's going on here. You're not. Fix that at once. He said voted and ready. Throwing axe is going out. Go ahead and bring our skirmishers behind our line. Peasants, you don't move. Way too close to these javelin men. Alright, we're doing a good job of staving them off for now. Go ahead and charge in here. They're already getting shot in the back. Gives a little bit of extra speed, too. Yeoman archers, go ahead and send you wide. I pull you two through. We need to get them into dealing with this chieftain here. What are they stuck on? I guess all the mass on those guys.
Fire! Yes, my lord.
Start taking out these marauders. You two. In on the chieftain. Skirmish cavalry, let's go ahead and move in here so you guys are firing on whoever you can. Spearmen, go ahead and take position. Attack some of these hunters. Actually, let's focus on the front line. You guys deal with the javelin men kind of one at a time. Men of Bretonnia. Paladin's doing some seriously good work. Hang in there, peasants.
By the lady, we serve. Aye. What order?
What orders?
Yeoman archers.
Spearmen at arms are getting torn to shreds, unfortunately. But down goes the enemy general. Olionker.
I seek glory.
And he is gone. Archers, new targets. Get rid of these javelins.
Fill 'em with holes. We serve the king. Bows drawn.
Bows drawn.
Yeoman archers.
The spearmen are gone.
Lady. Show chivalry, men.
My paladin, you charge in here. Javelins in this do count as anti-cav, which I think they should in the base game as well. Those peasants are a little bit too far away. An overwhelming yeoman charge here. Didn't quite go the way I wanted it to. Fall back. Go ahead and slam in to try to get rid of a few of these normal marauders.
Peasant bowmen.
Come on, bowman.
Fighters.
We're into full medieval checkerboard and prey territory. Poison arrows, fire arrows. Here comes our lad with a big rear charge. Should scare off a few of these marauders. Which of these guys turn and run? A lot of our normal peasant mob are no longer willing to fight.
Peasant bowmen. Ready to loose.
Alright, bowman, everyone fire on the same targets here. You two smash into these marauders next. Halberdiers forward.
Peasant bowmen.
Keep tearing these skirmishers to shreds.
We serve our liege!
Just about out of arrows, though.
Yeoman archers! Killer!
Burning blast here, you fire on this group.
Leg it!
Leg it.
Woman! Orders?
Butcher them. Now you guys move over here to help out that group of spears, and it looks like we've got them.
Horses ready!
Decisive defeat,
Ride!
never.
Ride hard! Honor the lady!
Rain of arrows, but it's seriously good work. Let's go ahead and drop out heal on our paladin, and they can work together to scare these spearmen off. Beautiful shot there of the Norskins running for the hills, being peppered with arrows. Alright, that is the main force dealt with. Louen can now move in on the territory they have as their homeland.
Fight, lads! It's the only way!
Alright, change a decisive defeat into a close victory. Only get 2 valor out of that, too. Sorry there, Kevin. Apparently you are not as valorous as you might have thought. Got an enchanted shield, and of course we execute them. Alright, and after that win, do we have the ability
My reputation precedes me.
to finish them off in Hindai, or even Sigdin's
Not a
troops here?
chance.
I don't know.
Lord of Bretonnia.
He says not a chance. Lance of Bretonnia gives us extra charge bonus. That seems pretty good. Lionhearted. Oh yeah, basic training. Bigger loss reduction, minus 15%. Raymond. We shall give you hard to hit.
King Louen
Leoncoeur. Then we can do evasion for Florence.
Blessings of the lady be upon you.
It's going to force us to fight that battle, so let's get to that in just a moment. Louen, can we reach the Assault? No. But we will go into the Crusade stance and just come up to the edge of the territory here. Vigo Packmaster, your life is forfeit, sir. Alright, then we'll have Kevin.
My strength and wisdom are yours.
That's going to hurt our peasant economy again. Truthfully, the bowmen that are traveling with Louen are not that useful, so let's go ahead and kick 2 of them out. Fix our economy. Ish.
Highest.
Yeah, whatever. We'll grab the wardens either way.
Armored in faith.
They should count as peasants, but maybe because they are a ROR, they don't.
If the lady wills it.
Or once again, it's just waiting till next turn. Valiant defeat. They are still benefiting from slaughtered captives. We don't have that many frontline forces, but they don't have that many troops either, so let's see. 40 charge bonus is a lot. But if we can keep them back, we should have no trouble. Plus, we have the rather expendable ROR, the Holy Wardens here, who are unbreakable, have devastating attack stats, and some pretty good weapon strength, too. 65 charge bonus. Alright, let's do this. They have decided to go for a very wide deployment. And that makes sense to me. No good real hillsides to take advantage of. So we'll probably just deploy up here on this kind of angle. Since they want to go wide, we will get rather compact. So we'll go poison archers on the outside, fire archers on the middle. I'm going to forgo our normal checkerboard for something a little bit different here. Mid-arms need to be way in front, and then we'll have these lads in the center.
Battle ready! Man at arms! Ready for orders! Armed and ready!
Still do need to have a checkerboard with your archers, just so they don't get taken out. They don't get all stopped from firing at once.
By the lady! Peasant bowman!
Or the lady. Learn that you two are not good at pursuing skirmish cavalry. They should be going after the Lord only. Let's do this. Go bother them immediately. Have our archers kind of pull back a bit further.
As you say. Serve and obey! Yeoman archers!
Alright, started our volleys. We got the poison in now. So they are trying to bring their lines in, it looks like.
Human archers! Doing our duty!
That's good to bring them on back then.
Take the ground!
Let's fire on these hunters for a moment if we can.
Horses ready! Spurs that!
Boundless fire!
All the arrows hitting the right target there.
Bretonnian lord!
Alright, drag them back towards our archers.
Get him moving!
Get 'em moving.
For the lady!
Gotta dodge that nonsense. You guys aren't quite as fast as
Like the wind!
the Norskin skirmishers.
Lord of Bretonnia!
Horsemen!
Spurs lads!
Get them moving!
Horsemen, let's use the trees here as cover.
Human archers!
Pearson bowmen!
I destroy them.
Battle ready!
Archers, these cavalry are your target.
For the king! Stack
Everyone pick a different group and blast them to bits.
Battle pilgrims!
They charge in and should immediately knock out that chieftain.
Glory! Your command! I am
Disappointed in you lads. Go through and stop this group.
for my lady!
Battle pilgrims hit these marauders.
Men at arms!
And we took a lot of damage on the way in there.
Fight for the
Paladin took out their chieftain, so now the battle pilgrims are in combat. Wearing the checkers of being better. Oh, they've got a mace in one hand. Oh, fair enough, they're dying in droves, but they're killing a lot of the enemy.
peasant bowmen!
Alright, archers, let's go ahead and focus
Stick 'em
this
down.
unit of hunters next.
Human archers! We fight for Bretonnia! Advance!
Fill them with holes!
Fill up with holes.
Protect Bretonnia! Orders?
And now we are in operation, just kind of drag everyone into one group. That way we can run them over with
Human archers!
swift cavalry charges.
Smash them!
Honor before glory!
Honor before glory.
For battle! Run!
I blast these marauder horsemen. I don't want to see them.
Weapons drawn!
Lord of Bretonnia!
Sit fire. Paladin's got these guys caught, but I don't know if our battle pilgrims are moving the right way. No, they're not. Archers will easily win. Let's go ahead and run over these hunters, or at least go behind them and then run them.
Run them through!
Run them through.
Archers line! Orders, my lord!
Orders, my lord.
Run, Elba!
Pilgrims charge in and take down a few more marauders. Those guys should turn and run immediately.
Fight for honor!
Ride hard! Weapons ready!
Unit that's not ready for you, they're turning around. Let's go ahead and bring you this way to keep them.
Rail companions!
Oh no.
Is my armor! Glory awaits!
Javelin's hurt.
To arms!
Stop them from moving. No, they're not knights, but they'll do. When you've got nothing else, they will do. We pull back, we see how much of a bit of it just got wiped out. There we go. Another victory. We'll end the battle there, that way we don't lose any more to friendly fire. Alright, Sigden has been defeated. We gain 400 treasury, a couple of points of valor for our efforts, and we shall execute these captives. Man, Bretonnia has a pretty rough economy because of all the execution you have to do. Gambler's armor, Iron Curse icon, and then the Errantry of Zeal is done, so we've got that. We've got immunity to attrition in enemy territory, faction-wide, for 20 more turns.
Protector of the realm.
Have they rebuilt here in Hindai? No, we should just be able to wipe them out with an auto
Blessings
resolve.
of the lady be upon
Although we will probably lose a couple of these units we brought through Allied. We'll lose everyone.
Attack!
But what if we just encircle you then?
Honor and glory!
we'll replenish, you will take attrition. And then next turn, Louen can hit the Assault. Perfect. Welch Graben. Rampage stance. Extra experience, but they have Feral Rage. That doesn't sound good. Anything that has rage in it tends to mean your troops are uncontrollable.
Sigma's.
Sven Garling is one piece. You took too much of my territory for peace there, fools. There is only the sword. And in fact, we're going to go ahead and grab the North Guard, giving us even more chivalry for wins against Norska, and then more melee attack and defense when facing them too. Yeah, Jacques, your job is to hold the line here. Make sure we have gone for your secondary vow. Oh no, we haven't. Okay, so, questing vow. Campaign, Manon, or Pledge to Protect. Let's go Manon. Win a battle at sea. That'll give us access to greatly reduced upkeep for questing knights, more movement range, more weapon strength, and generated vow. Vow? Generated valor is what that's actually. Alright, let's pass the turn. Alberic versus Welch, so that we can take out these two settlements really easily. Arlie, Malt, Soliel, and Diasol.
You are a guest in my realm. You will act like it, or I will strike you down where you stand.
I don't think he's too worried about being a nice guest there. We must break from war, so the altars of our masters can be built and slaves sacrificed. Really, you're just gonna be that forward about it. He's got his pinky out, he's sipping on some blood tea. We must break from this filthy war. No, get out of here. There's only the void. Across the Sea of Claws lies an ancient threat. Pay it the utmost attention, lest it grows too near. And now Norskins are going to despise us on contact, but that's fine. They will already.
Hold true.
Diasson falls to Louen. And this is a siege we will fight. So we'll go ahead and set up a couple of towers. We'll probably not go for all, we'll just go with these two, and then we'll launch the siege from there.
Cleanse our land.
Let's see. If we could lure in the rest of these Norskins and just wipe them all out in one go, that would be awesome. As for Kevin, can you win this one with auto? Please. See, I'm so fine losing my allied troops. And we will go ahead and occupy Indai once more, fixing our economy.
My strength and wisdom are yours.
And allowing us to then move towards Ganay and then sell it back to the people of Lungyi. It's all coming up, Louen.
Do you
You're
know
in
who I
Grungzint.
am?
Let's go. This is growth in adjacent provinces. If that actually works and gives it to Couronne, that'd be awesome. But it likely won't. It will, though, increase our income on all our farms by 50%, which I think is pretty awesome. So we'll grab the windmill there at Grungzint. Research. Subsidized tools, town census, trade. Just going crazy on the income from farms seems like a good call. Oh, but hang on now. We were going through the chivalric code. Let's get the heraldry of the marshes and then see. Where's Lungyi? All the way over here. Well, I don't like that so much. I guess Lungyi's gonna stick around for a while. Alright, perfect. Well, that's gonna be all the time we have got for today. Thank you all so much for stopping on by the third episode in our Louen Old World campaign. If you enjoyed the video, please remember to leave a like for the like god and a sub for the sub zone, and I'll see you all in the next one.